Hey everybody, it's Kat from Good Morning Bedlam, and here's my vlog from our first tour run of 2023. Because I'm not great at talking to the camera in the moment, I'll be narrating some parts and filling in some details for this particular run. So the first day of the run was Thursday, January 19th. If you didn't know, I don't live in Minneapolis like the rest of the band, so I had to drive from Eau Claire to Isaac and Tori's house first thing in the morning through a snowstorm. I then left my car at their house and we picked up Dawson from his apartment, and then from there we were off to Kansas City, Missouri. The drive to Kansas City was not very exciting because most of it was through the cornfields of Iowa, except instead of these lush green fields, it was a snowy, barren landscape. The only real highlight during that 6-hour drive was seeing the Barilla Pasta Factory, which I had no idea was in Iowa. We also stopped at Walmart to pick up sandwich materials and ingredients for dinner after the show. We made it to Kansas City around 6 p.m. to load into the venue called the Mini Bar to play a show with a Kansas City band called Timbers.
It's Kat with Good Morning Bedlam, and we're on our first day of tour of 2023. We're at the Mini Bar in Kansas City.
We packed up and headed off to the place we were staying for the night in Kansas City. Our hosts were not home, so we were welcomed by their 3 cats, which I don't know the names of, but they were all very sweet. While Tori cooked up some vegetables and rice, Dawson and I peeled all the chicken apart from a rotisserie chicken, and we made some pretty tasty burritos out of that. It was getting pretty late, so we called it a night there.
So we're in Kansas City right now. It is Friday morning. Had a nice time just drinking some coffee with everybody and hanging out. We stayed at this beautiful house. So yeah, we played last night at the Mini Bar, and it was a good show, I guess. But there weren't a lot of people, but that's okay. Can't win them all. But we're really excited because in a little while we're going to head down to Arkansas to Eureka Springs. They have a festival down there. Sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm really excited to go to this. We're going to go to this shop, apparently, that has bunnies. So anything with animals always is a good time for me, at least. So looking forward to going down to Arkansas and going to be in the Ozarks. It's going to be like 45, 50 degrees. Breath of fresh air compared to the blizzard that we came out of in Minnesota, so should be really beautiful, should be really fun, and I think we're all looking forward to it. So
from Kansas City, we were off to Eureka Springs, Arkansas for the Ozark Mountain Music Festival. It was about a 4-hour drive, which I laid down for most of. The landscape started getting a little more interesting about 30 minutes away from Eureka Springs because we started our descent into the Ozark Valley.
We just also really like Bigfoot because we like aliens, and what is it, a Venn diagram?
Yeah.
It's just one circle for those people.
You're gonna get a really aesthetic shot with like just my eyes in the
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
Hey, what's going on back there, kiddos?
Someone didn't put on a seatbelt.
Guys. I was gonna say this for the podcast, but I just got reminded about it. Still in have an atmosphere is because of the sun. So if the sun has like a storm that reaches us, it affects our atmosphere. So it might warm us up a bit, or it might, like if the solar flare far
Pearl clutching.
electromagnetic field doesn't move away, it can hit us. I don't know how all that works, but
No.
I think it does something with a power surge, words that I know but don't know what they mean. Yeah, it's interesting. Apparently it happened 3,000 years ago, but they didn't really have electricity back then. But it caused like some storms around the world. I also heard this theory that there is this planet called, it's the 9th planet, and it orbits kind of in a different way than the other planets, and it's way out there past Pluto, but it gets close to us every 5,000 years. And apparently people think that the Sumerian text is about when our planets got close to each other, them coming down from their planet and accelerating our evolution. That's where they think, like, some do it, they think we came from a different planet. But no, Antarctica is the largest continent on the planet, and it is covered in ice.
It is?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's huge. Apparently it's bigger than Australia and Asia combined, or something like that. I don't know, something. It's just
We first went to the hotel to check into our rooms. I took a shower and we all freshened up before heading over to the festival, which is in downtown Eureka Springs at the Basin Park Hotel. Built in 1905, it is 7 stories tall and it is known for its haunted history. At the restaurant, our waitress told us about her first ghost encounter. She said that she was closing up the bar one night and she could hear this man singing outside of the restaurant. When she looked up outside of the window, was the man with the bowler hat walking around, which apparently a lot of people have seen. After we filled our bellies with some delicious food, we checked out some of the shops outside the hotel. Unfortunately, the shop where the bunnies give you your change and receipt was closed, and I was so sad. But we went to some other places. I got my fiance this cowgirl coffee towel, and we also walked around an art gallery. By then, it was time to load in, so we got all of our equipment on these hotel dollies and took the elevator up to the top floor. Once we had everything set up and we did our sound check, we checked out some of the other bands. Then it was time to get ready for the show. It was good. We had special guest Patty on the clarinet join us for St. James Infirmary, and we played our 2 new songs, Elemental and All My Friends. And lucky enough to have some fan footage of some of the performance.
Baby, 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 my life it ain't a game. You want to make all my decisions. I don't want the same. I see why everyone is leaving. They're not doing what they're told. In the end, you only have your cats to hold.
Afterwards, I was exhausted, so while the rest of the gang hung out at the festival for a little while longer, I went back to the hotel and hit the hay, and that was our day in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. We left Eureka Springs on Saturday morning for a show at the Gas Lamp in Des Moines, Iowa. It was another long haul, but pretty boring landscape, again back through Missouri and Iowa. We did stop along the way for Isaac to get some more guitar strings and a couple bathroom breaks as well over the course of the 6.5-hour drive. Once in Des Moines, we had time for dinner before load-in, so we got a delicious sausage pizza from Domino's.
venue unless you have.
We are in Des Moines and we demolished a pizza. How do you guys feel?
Fat.
I feel good.
Once we could load in, we set up and sound checked, and then the other band playing with Andrew Hoyt Music, so they did their sound check. We had a lot of time between sound check and the show, so we got to hang out with them for a bit, which was fun. The crowd at this show was incredibly supportive, with some people knowing a lot of the words and singing along, which made it a lot more fun for us.
scratching, captured on photographs. Each time I run in the zone. Some of my friends go working when they come back home. I'm still dreaming. I'm more kisses to the ones who watch me fall. Doesn't bother me at all. I've been the monster in the basement. I've been the sweetness at the bottom of the pie. Holding, with moves, we go so slowly from the steering. It's filling up my life. Oh my God, I feel it moving. Attack in my toes. It's moving, we're grooving, we're rocking it till we shoot back, we let it, we rocking, we let it, we bang, I see we got nothing to prove. We're working when they come back home, I'm still dreaming. I'm more kisses to the ones who watch me fall. It doesn't bother me at all. They go to working when they come back home. I'm still dreaming.
We are done with the first tour of 2023. It is time to go home.
Now, we could have stayed in Des Moines that night, but Dawson was determined to get us back home to Minneapolis, so he trucked through some really bad weather and a 4-hour haul back to Minneapolis. I stayed up with him the whole time, and we got to talk about music and life, which made the drive go a lot faster. And then at 3 a.m., we were dropping him back off at his apartment, and I went to bed around 4 a.m. at Isaac and Tori's place. And that was the first run of 2023 for Good Morning Bedlam. Thanks for tuning into the vlog today, guys, and I will be back again for our run to Texas in February, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. It should be really fun. Bye!